Hi, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Next Level Women podcast. I am super thrilled because I have a very special guest with us today. Her name is Hilary Momberger Powers, and she is an amazing life coach. Not only a life coach, but she helps women with reinvention, healing past wounds, and moving past trauma. And in my experience, trauma holds a lot of women back from entering their next level. So I'm very excited about this conversation today. Welcome to the show, Hilary.
Hello, thank you, Joy. It's so cool. My name, Hillary, actually means joy. So I just correlated that. Thank you for inviting me onto your show. It's a real honor to be able to share joy instead of
Mm,
pain. For so long, I'll give you a kind of my keynote is no longer leading with your wound. And what does that mean? When you grow up in an ecosystem or a family environment where there's a lot of disturbance or no homeostasis is what they call it. There's no consistency, there's no stability, there's not a lot of feeling safety. May it be your mother and
mm,
father got a divorce, or there was sexual abuse, or there was physical abuse, or there was lack of food, lack of money. We all have our base, what we start at, and I call that my original wounds. And
mm,
unfortunately, I go out and I grow up, or I think I grow up. I'm actually staying in this childlike stuck zone. And I pick outside grown up things to make you think I'm grown up. Yet I'm still carrying this original wound, which is
mm,
so important to either expose, meaning, put light in it, put light on it. I call that the God shots. When I expose my wounds, meaning when I'm uncomfortable and I'm upset, I bring light to it. It's no longer the darkness that carries me through the day. When
mm,
you're like, I feel so dark, my life's so dark. That's because I need to enlighten, bring it to the light, go to God, share it with a therapist, share it with a coach, share it with somebody so I can put light on it and it no longer steers my ship. Because when I'm
mm,
in the dark, I'm scared. I don't know what I'm going to do, so I start grappling. It's like a dog that's scared. It doesn't want to bite you, it just doesn't know what to do next.
mm,
It's so confused. So when I grew up in this, I'm an actor, and not by choice. It was where I was put. Some people want to be famous. I not so much. I just want to be a part of the herd. I want to be safe. I want to feel sense of community. I want to feel one with my brothers and sisters. And when you're placed in a position where you're supposed to be better, but yet inside, I'm fractured. I
mm,
grew up in a crazy, chaotic home where there was a lot of alcoholism, there was a lot of violence, there was sexual abuse, there was stuff that you don't talk about outside of the house. And we all got our stuff we don't talk about.
yeah.
And when you're raised that way, what happens when you pick a guy who's a piece of you know what? But you're like, we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to pretend everything's great, buy more stuff, get my lips done, my butt done, my breasts done. I can be crude, so my tits done. I get all this outside. How do I look? How do I get the Louis
Yeah.
Vuitton? Whatever you got to get, so you don't
Mm,
look at how fractured I feel inside,
mm,
and so you don't even know that that original wound is making all your choices. See, I wonder why I'm with this guy that's not loving me and appreciating me. My original wound is I'm not enough.
mm,
I don't feel good enough. I was brought that way when my parents didn't feed me, when I'm going to talk to the masses when, my mother didn't show up, I didn't get hugged, my dad didn't come home, my brothers didn't love me, I was molested by my brother, my sister, my uncle. All I know is I'm not worthy. I'm just an article. I'm a piece of, I'm an object. I'm a, whatever your du jour, you're
mm,
labeled to stay the victim because I keep beating the drum of they hurt me, it's not my fault. Guess what? I'm a victim. I'm a victim. So
mm,
when you start exposing your trauma, and start seeing it, going, wow, that was really screwed up, man. Man, I got really hurt. Once I expose it, I'm no longer a victim because I'm taking ownership of my feelings. But if I keep placing outside of myself, I'm making it your fault, your fault, your fault. I can never heal because I'm not connecting to Hilary.
Mm.
So when I look at my original wounds was I had to be this performer as a kid. My mother used to say, being with a narcissist, whatever you do, don't share your feelings because they aren't profitable. Now, you tell a 6-year-old that, it's like, oh my God, I can't be Hilary. I gotta be who you
Mm.
want me to be. And when you're in trauma, you pick three sides, either people pleaser, a loner, the kid who just sits and reads his book all day long, doesn't talk, the controller, the one that grabs and takes everybody's toys and becomes the bully, or the people pleaser, which I was, which, what do you want me to do? Who do you want me to be? What do you, oh yeah, you like me now? You like me now? You like me now? That's my trauma response because I don't
Mm.
feel safe. And what is safety? Seeing what I see, what I taste, what I touch, what I hear, what I smell. All my five senses, thank you, God gave me. But then the sixth sense is go to Him. But I'm
Mm.
so busy denying all these senses. Like, remember when your mother used to say, honey, do you need something? You need a bottle. There's a part of my help me feel safe. Do you need something to eat? Do you need a nap? Oh, you need to go outside and play. Get some fresh air. All these are all my senses. That's how I feel safety. That's how I feel.
Mm.
Now, when I'm so much living outside of myself, do you like me now? I got the lips done. I got the butt done. I got the job. I got the money. I got the this. I'm not connecting to any of these things because I'm not even connecting to Hilary. Well, how
Mm.
can I do that? One event at a time. So I am so fractured and I'm making choices. And what happens when you're in trauma? You make bad choices.
Yeah.
Like when you're like, oh my God, what happened? You, they're going to hurt you. You don't go, what do I need to do? How can I take care of myself? We go, okay, I'll grab that. I'll go over here. I'll do this. How about when, oh my God, you're never going to get a new job. Take the job. There's trauma.
Mm.
So all of a sudden I'm going, here I am in my 40s or my 50s or whatever age category you're in. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I got to take this job. Says who? My trauma. Because I'm not enough. I'll never get another one. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not funny enough. I'm not educated enough. I didn't go to the right college. So I choose from my trauma, my fear, my original wound. Original wound. What does that tell me? That is the roots that I'm growing from. Well, I'm not going to put, if you take a tree and it's infected meaning inside, it's not effective, it's infected. Effective
Mm.
means it works, infected means it doesn't work. If I go to that tree and I just rip out all the roots, I'm gonna die. But if I treat the roots with the right antidote, if I treat it with love, if I treat it with good water, think about this. If I treat it with sunlight, if I treat that root, then I can spring up something that flowers, that bears fruit. And that's how I got to see myself. I
Mm.
keep thinking if I cut the branches, then it's going to be a eucalyptus tree. No, girl, it's an apple tree. Okay? You're not going to be a eucalyptus tree. Bam. But if I treat the root, it will bear good fruit that you don't want to kill it.
Mm.
I always want to be something other than me when I hate what's in me. Wow, that's heavy. How are you supposed
Yeah.
to have a happy, joyous life? You can't stand who you are. You look in the mirror. I remember I was bulimic for years. So I couldn't even keep food down. I would throw it up because it was like I'd stuff my feelings down. Think of the food going in. Even when you're an overeater, like I identify with all of them. I will give me something not to feel. Men, shopping, food, alcohol, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to, I don't want to feel because I was
Mhm.
so fractured deep, deep down in that basement and I didn't want to look at it. They'd say, talk about your stuff. Oh no, oh whatever. I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm just gonna get a new house, a new husband, new child. I'm gonna have more kids. I'm gonna. But that original root is just it's fermenting. It's getting worse and
Mhm.
worse. It's like getting like bad smelling cheese. It's like, oh dude, you can't run from that after a while. And then all of a sudden you're in your 40s and your 30s. You're like, oh my God, I'm married to this person. I don't even like him. I don't even like my life. I hate my kids. I love my kids. I hate my kids. I don't know how to be friends with them. I just want to tell them what to do. I want to be their best friend, and it turns on me. They don't need a best friend. They need a parent. I don't know how to be a parent. I was a kid when I had the kid. All this stuff. I know we all have that stuff in our head. Is there a solution? Yes. It's one moment at a time, one thought at a time. And I always say, go back to basics. Boom. Like arithmetic. You don't go do algebra and calculus. What do? You go back to basics. So, what's your basis? You start looking at where's my original wound because that's the one driving all my decisions. All of a sudden, it's like you don't like your job. You can't reinvent yourself. You've got to reconnect with yourself. So then your choices are going to be different. Because I keep thinking, if I get a new job, if I do this, I'll be better. No, pause. Let's make some peace with yourself. Life's not easy. I don't know where we got that. Life is not happily ever after. Yeah, in Instagram it is because it's all
Yeah.
smoke and mirrors. But yeah, when doing Instagram, it's like, oh my God, their life's great. And the Facebook, it's like, ugh, smoke and mirrors. It's all bullshit. Or all bullshit. The truth of the matter is, what's your life like in here? That's the most important life I have, not out here, because that shit's gonna change. It's like the
Yeah.
weather, up, down, hot, cold. If you focus on the thermostat, you're all over the place. Oh my God, it was 50 today. Oh my God, it's 30 today. Oh my God, it's like, oh, I feel exhausted thinking about it. But if I just pause and just pull back and just stay in today and think, what can I do today to help me feel safe? Let's get back to the basis. So here I am, if I pick all these choices and I keep thinking my outside life, if I change my outside life, I'm going to feel better. But that's not how life is. This is my movies, and I'm projecting my life outside. So if you want to know how you're doing inside, look at your outside life. Not Instagram, look at it, how you took a picture of the best day ever, your best hair ever. Like, really, go to faith, pray to something you don't understand. Just say, can you help me just see who I am? So I can so I can shift. Because you're not going to change until you accept where you're at.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we keep wanting to change it, get a new career, get a new husband, get it. Sweetheart, you're going to keep picking the same stuff because your wound is picking it. Your eyes are deceiving you, your ears are deceiving you because your original wound is picking at it. And it's got to be right. That's the original ecosystem. So, how do we heal our wounds? We stabilize ourselves. First of all, take a breath, pause. Are you eating right? Are you having enough sleep? The simplicity, eating, tasting, touching, hearing, smelling. Get your senses stabilized first before you even make a decision to take a new job. Because you're going to be picking from that old wound that you can't even see because you've hidden it so deep in the basement. You don't even know it's there. You've denied it. You've denied self so much. Self's like, I ain't coming out. I'm just going to make all the choices. Ha ha, woman. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
you, by pausing and just taking a moment to stabilize, it's not so scary. That's what trauma
Mm,
does. It keeps us so scared that we don't know where to go, what to do. We keep choosing, taking, grappling, getting, doing. We don't even know what's happening in here. So let's pause. Let's stabilize a little bit. And when we do that, I can take a breath. And my shoulders feel. Like do it with me. Like take a breath. Like, okay, everything right here, right now. Okay, it's okay. All right. So then once I get into that stabilizing position, then I can go outside of this because now I'm in here and I can go to a community, meaning I can reach out and talk to girlfriends. I'm not doing great. I don't know what. I need to calm myself down, and be okay with saying, I picked that from my old hurt, my
mm,
old wound. Don't say it's not me. It is you, girl. I'm not like that. Bullshit. You're like that. You just did it. Own it.
yeah.
Just own it all. Just say it. Okay, I got it. It's me. Now
Mm,
you have a place to start. Because every time it's someone else, you're not going to start anywhere. You're going to keep going over there, over there, over there, over there. Once you start saying, you know what, I made that choice because I probably picked from my childhood pains. And once I get to that, and once I get into that community where I'm able to share freely, I'm not perfect. Hey, neither am I. I'm, God, I've made so many mistakes. I was the child. I became a bulimic. I became a drug addict. I became a prostitute. I've done everything. I've hurt people. I've been hurt. I've been molested. I've been raped. I've had it all happen to me.
mm.
I am not what happened to me.
Yes.
That's just stuff. And once I stabilized myself and started taking responsibility, people say to me, well, it wasn't your fault you were raped. 50%. I'm 50% of the problem. I had to own that. What was I wearing that day? Was I drinking? Was I not taking care of myself? Yeah. Are you not a part of the problem?
Mm,
Wow, I started to really start owning everything in my life. And once I started owning it, then I can make some real changes. Then I could start picking not to fix me, but to feed you.
mm,
That's where joy, that's where nourishment comes in. That's where, I work with these girls who are like, I don't know, I should just take that job. And I said, says who? Well, where did you get first? I get that. Well, my mom used to say, you got to just take a job. You got to keep working, keep working. There's a wound. Let's look at that. But once you stabilize, you can go in and look at that stuff. And then when you start going, well, yeah, that's not my principle. That's not the truth I live by. That's my mom's belief system.
mm,
That's not even me. That's not even who am I? And when you start looking and asking those questions without trying to get an answer right now, what? Because we're in a hurry. We live in
yeah.
a time, our timeline is really sped up. So we got to hurry up
Yes.
and do it in our mind because air stays. Air doesn't go up, down, up, down. Well, let's get in with the frequency of air, which is seeing, tasting, touching, feeling. There it is. Let's get in that frequency. Oh, everything's okay. And then I breathe that air and I realize that everything is fine. Now I can start making choices instead of reactions. Yikes. So once I start doing that, I start feeling good about myself. Wow, that was good. I didn't just take that guy because he asked me out. I actually thought, he's probably not, nah, he's not good for me. Or take that job just because they have zeros behind it. Am I going to be happy? Probably not. I'm going to be working 40 hours, 60 hours a week. Then I won't be able to go to be with my kids. I can't take them to their plays. I can't. You start making different choices because you're not in that trauma. Gotta
Mm,
get it, gotta get it, gotta get it. So it's learning how to create your own little circle, your hula hoop, where you're safe. I need to be
mm,
safe. before I make any choices. And so once I get through to that, all of a sudden, once I start feeling my self-worth, then I can start make better choices in my profession, my job, what I want to do. I have women write out everything that makes them happy. I'm not doing it because they're 6 years old, but I do want you to get in touch with that childlike spirit that's not afraid of anything. That
Mm.
knows how to dream and create and make believe and make things happen. When I was a kid, I used to go, yeah, I'm in the fort. I'm living on top of the mountain. I created that in my mind. All of a sudden, I'm an adult, and it's like, no, it's never going to happen to me. Only rich people get that. Only smart people. Only. And all of a sudden, I'm in the only club.
Mm.
What if you go to that place? So I have them write down the things that make them please them. And then I ask you to invite those things back into your life. And then all of a sudden, a job comes where I get to start motivation speaking. Oh, that feels good. I get to share my heart. I get to meet people. Like all of a sudden it's checking all the boxes that please me. Wow, did I do that? No, a power greater than me did. I'm pretty
Yes.
powerful. I can destroy my life like that. Give me one sentence with my husband. I could say the caustic thing. There goes that marriage. There goes that family. There goes that relationship with my daughter and my son because I couldn't keep my mouth shut because the wounded little girl's like, I'm going to show them I'm boss. Ah, there's my controller. All of a sudden, the kid's like, I hate my mom. I hate my dad.
Mm.
Who chose that thought? Not the adult, not the healed, tapped into God frequency of like consistency of air. No, it was that wounded original wound that you pick, that you had as a kid that makes all your choices, your conversations, your places you go. So it's all about learning how to, you have power to, to get to safety and to stabilize so you can ascend, enlighten, you lighten your load. I get enlightened to a different frequency, which I call that God. You know, God is
Mm.
all holy, almighty, everything, all that is, created everything, the moon, the molecules and atoms vibrating at this level. I became Hilary. Boom. Atoms, molecules vibrating at this certain level becomes joy.
Mm.
Who did that? I can't even balance my checkbook, girl. Right? And you think,
Yeah.
but I think I'm God.
Mm. Mm.
How? Who am I?
Mm.
So I get to simmer down, turbo. I get to calm down. I get to do the basics. I get to breathe. I get to have enough water today. Have I eaten today? Am I being able to? Do I have people I can share with, give to? Am I asking? Am I listening? Like all these hearing, tasting, touching, hearing, smelling. I got to get those senses. But when you're in trauma, like I said, you're like, go, 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 go. Hurry, 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 hurry. How many friends and women are and such are like, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I bet you are. You're running so fast from your feelings. Poor baby. I know it's exhausting. I've been there. I'm not there to
Mm.
shame you. But what we do is we think we shame each other into another paradigm. What we do is we bury ourselves deeper and deeper and deeper. Like acknowledge it. Dude,
Mm.
I'm in such a hurry right now. I'm running from every bad feeling I feel. Bam. All of a sudden, it stops. Remember the terrarium? You know what a terrarium is, don't you? Remember in
Yeah.
science class, we had the top on it. Keep the top on. Everything grows and ferments and it just multiplies. And there are my fears. I need to,
Mm.
what? Take the top off. What happens? I've exposed it to a different ecosystem, life, air, water, higher, the humidity, everything kills it all. That's what I need to do with these past wounds. And how do I do that? I expose them. I make friends with them. I don't hate them because what I resist persists. What I hate stays. You know, everyone's like, oh, I'm, the big buzzword is the racism. You keep beating the drum about how nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. Guess what? What you think
Mm.
about, you bring about. Bring it, girl.
Yes.
The only power you have is not, you have power to create love if you stop using your power.
Mm.
There's that paradigm. There's that your funnel's on backwards. Once I pause and stop beating the drum of nobody likes me, and I start liking me, all of a sudden people are like, hey, what's your name? There's something about you.
Yeah.
Because I'm bringing in what I feel about myself.
Mm.
Let's go to the original wound. Where did you first get that idea? You're not enough, or you're the wrong look, the size, the color, the demographic.
Mm.
That's not even your thoughts. That was some fool that came walking by and sprinkled shit dust on you.
Mm.
And you took it on. So let's examine it. Why not? Why not let it go? Why not expose these thoughts? Why not no longer live by that wound? And once you start learning to not live by your wound, then your choices, we think, oh my God, I'm too old. No, to change my career. No, babe, you're going to be, you're not too old. You're not old. You're wiser. My
Mm.
choices are different because I no longer am choosing from that hurt, that pain. I'm no longer taking jobs out of fear or I'm not enough. I have learned to back off and let God, the universe that created everything, I didn't do it,
Mm.
help me. Claim that power. Claim it, meaning, oh, I got it, I'll take it. You can claim a lottery ticket, but you can't claim the power of the almighty universe that created everything. Dude, you need to adjust your thinking.
Mm.
Simmer down so you can see that, wow, I need to make some different choices. So the way I do things is not like, I'm not doing it from my mind. I help people from my
Mm.
heart mind. I help people from deep down where my God lives and guides me. So I can help you connect with your maker to help guide you. Help you connect with your maker to heal those old wounds, to expose them, to let them just go away. Because once you start looking at them, it's almost, that's where miracles happen.
Yeah.
It's not that things shift, it's you're no longer choosing from that world that you no longer see. I love how we say, this is my perception. You can all tell me I'm wrong, but it works for me. When there's a part in, I'm a Christian, so part in the Bible, it says, turn the other cheek. Jesus said, turn the other cheek. It wasn't say, hit me on the other side, babe. You already beat me up this side, bring it. It's once I turn my cheek, what happens? I see things differently.
Mm.
My perception's changing. He wants
Mm.
your perception. You're seeing things one way. What if you turn the other cheek? So I'm looking at it differently. So once I look at my wounds as, oh, wow, that's not even my thinking. That was my mom. My mom was terrified to show any emotion because she was so fractured inside. Poor woman. Now all of a sudden I don't hate my mother.
Yeah.
What did I just gain? Empathy.
Mm.
I didn't even want empathy. I wanted to hate this woman to the day I died. But since I turned the other cheek and I saw it a little differently, like, well, my mom didn't want to do the things she did. She didn't want to leave us and take my money that I made as a kid, send me to foster homes, not feed us for months at a time, take off and leave us with strangers. She didn't want to do that. That wasn't her. I can't wait to screw up my kids, all seven of them. How can I do
Yeah.
it? She did it as a necessity because her wound was telling her she needs to go get more, 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 more.
Mm.
So, as a result of me turning the other cheek and seeing it a little differently, all of a sudden I got that beautiful thing called forgiveness.
Yeah.
And forgiveness is just like heroin.
Mm. That's incredible. That's incredible. Thank you so much for that. So, someone is listening right now, like they want to do the work and it can be very scary, right? It can be very shameful to open the can of worms to look what's the actual wound like you described. So, how do you help your clients, and how can people listening take that next step to say, I am ready to uncover my wounds. I am ready to stop hiding. I am ready to stop eating my feelings because I also eat my feelings, right? Many
Yeah.
people use substances, different things to mask their feelings, and they're listening and they're like, I want to take the next step. I want to be free of this. I want to connect to God. I want God to take control, but can I do this myself? I think I need help. So, how can I get the help to start the process of healing?
Well, first of all, the power you have today is to get your senses stabilized. Until you do that, you're going to keep choosing from that craziness. It's like until you let the storm calm,
Mm,
you can't see a mile away because there's the wind and the rain and the debris and the, whatever. Let's just take a tornado or a hurricane or very bad winds. Everything you can't see beyond that. That's why they always say you can't see beyond the forest. That's what
mm,
that means. So your power that you have today, and I know you're in a hurry and you want to hurry up and do it now. Now I want to be in, I want to be over there. Let's just calm down. That's when our parents said, "Oh, do you need a nap?" So what?
yes.
I can change my perception. I'm turning the other cheek. So what you can do today is, first of all, have you drank enough water? It sounds so stupid. You're at 75 to 80% water. You need to nurture yourself, reabsorb, get those blood going because when you're stressed and trauma, nothing, blood doesn't move. You're not getting
Mm,
oxygen. You're not. So let's do the simple thing. Have you had enough? Taste water. Have you slept today? If you haven't, go allow yourself a 10-minute nap. Give yourself the gift of love. So have you eaten today? Okay, well, I ate a bag of, potato chips or Doritos. Okay, that's not food. That's a science project, you know? So if you can think of the simplicity, fruit, vegetables, meat, water, you don't really need milk, cheese. That's a little bit heavy, especially when you're feeling heavy. Think of light stuff. So you start to do your seeing, your tasting, touching, hearing, smelling. Put some put some pretty like lavender or some kind of think of everything natural. Go back to the basics. Get back to your earth. Like get back to earth. So if we could start doing that. Now, you're not going to do it for 24 hours. You're going
mm,
to do it 1 hour at a time. This is self-care. This is self-love. And when put some nice music on, not like, poison headbanging stuff. I don't think this is going to make you feel safer. Maybe it's just like, just put some pretty music, like classical, whatever, so you don't connect your head to the words. I
mm,
loved you, you left me. Oh, I remember that one time. I want you to simplify. It sounds really basic and stupid, but this is called self-care. This is loving
yeah.
yourself. We don't know how to love ourselves. We keep living outside of ourselves. When I get the food and I stuff it in, shut up, shut up, shut up. Yeah, and what I did is I threw it up. I was so violently angry at myself. I'd throw it up and then I'd cause more insult. In and out of the hospitals for ulcer attacks, doctors asking me, and I'm like, I don't know, because I go into denial. I don't know why my stomach's hurting. I've only thrown up 10 times today. Hello, girl,
Mm,
newsflash. I go back into the denial because my pain wants to stay in charge. So it makes me deny. Deny means nothing can bother me. I deny the
mm,
fact. So once I take control over my simplicity, I can stabilize. And once that
yeah.
happens, then I can see maybe I should call a therapist. Maybe I should get a coach. Maybe I should go to church. Maybe I should ask somebody who's, a prayer warrior. Can you pray for me? I'm having a rough time. But you can't get there until you take control. Yay, we love control. Don't lie to me,
Yeah.
ladies. I love control. I love control of you. I love control of him. I love control of the kids. I love control of my. Now let's turn that funnel around. Let's look at myself. How can I take control? And I can do it with that. And once you get to a place where you can sit back and go, wow, I was just picking all kinds of stuff because I was terrified. Because I'm
Mm.
actually really scared. That's the core. When I'm separated from my source, my God, I'm scared. It's scary. It's so
Yeah.
scary. But I keep thinking God's out here in the car and the money and the property and the tits and the filler and the Botox and whatever.
Yeah.
But God is actually right in here. God is my stabilizer. God is my core. God is the
Yes.
spark that made Hillary. It's
Mm.
here. Oh, once the spark no longer sparks, I die. I go, and then I go to my next adventure. Maybe. I don't know. No one gets out of here alive anyway, so I might as well, while I'm here, try to enjoy the day that I'm in. But I can
Mm.
only do it one moment at a time, 1 second at a time, 1 hour at a time. So that's what I would suggest you do. I hope that makes sense. It's really simple. And
It
that's where
does
like
make sense.
it can't be that simple. Oh, but it is.
Yeah, it does make sense. Thank you so much for that. So tell us, how can the listeners stay connected, reach out to you, and take this to the next level?
Well, you can book on a Calendarly. We can connect with each other and either we're a fit or we're not, or, you know, if you're not open and if we're not connecting, there's no use in putting money into anything or anything because you keep thinking out there, like I
Yeah.
want to help you connect immediately. You can go to bookhilarybowers.live and that'll connect me and we can have a conversation. You can go to my website, Hilary Momberger, Momberger Powers.com. There's my website. You can see me on Instagram, same name. I'm just starting doing that. It's like I fought that one. It's like, oh God, I have to do social media because I've been coaching people for 40 years and I'm like,
Mm.
okay. But because I've gotten to a new level and I've calmed the
Mm.
storm, I'm guided to what I'm doing. And it's effortless and easy when I just surrender to, okay, God, what do you want me to do next? Bring it. And
Yeah.
I can show you how to get there. It's such a delicious feeling. I'm not exhausted all the time. I'm
Yeah.
63 years old and I have more energy now
Wow.
than I have ever. And I don't got the Botox. I just am in the day that I'm in.
You look so amazing, and I'm so grateful for all the wisdom you're sharing with us. So, listeners, I'm going to grab all of those links. They will be in the show notes on the podcast. And if you're watching us on YouTube, they will be in the description. Thank you so much, Hilary. It's been a joy having you, and I just enjoy your wisdom. Thank you so
Oh, thank you
much.
so much for inviting me. You guys have the best day ever. Why not?
Yeah.